Hello, my crafty friends. If you're seeing this on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. Welcome to Happy Place Crafting, crafting therapy for the soul. Look, guys, it's Christmas Eve day for me, and I'm not like in the middle of any projects right now. I did, however, get this free kit from Seven Plaza, so I'm going to work on cutting this while I talk to you all. It just has to be fussy cut, just because I didn't want a day to go by that I didn't say hello to my friends and check in on you all. And like today for me is a busy day because my grandkids and my oldest daughter will be over this evening. Well, this like late afternoon, early evening. And we're going to have pizza and exchange gifts and play games and stuff. But tomorrow, it's just going to be my son and Soph and I. And we're just going to chill and enjoy the day and hang out together and exchange gifts. And I'm going to make manicotti, so that'll be really good. It's always yummy. And Italian cheese bread, we're gonna have that. So yeah, it'll be good. But I know that some people, are alone and don't do anything, and so maybe you're watching this today. And I just wanted you to know that I'm so glad that we become friends, and that you hang out with me, and I just feel really honored that so many people do. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking, when I was young, I had a lot of, quite a few friends, and some best friends along the way. We moved around a lot, so it was always like, I've always felt like I was always making friends. And then I got older, and I haven't had any, friends for a long time, really. And because of all of you, I have found friendship. And it's just, I can't even begin to explain to you how it warms my heart, but also how I don't know how to handle it. I feel so socially awkward. Like, I am so, touched by you all's generosity, and just how much you care. And, I don't even know how to articulate it. It just, it just warms my heart. That's all I can say. That's the best way for me to articulate it, is it makes my heart feel warm. And, it hasn't felt that way in a long time. And I just want to thank you all for giving me the gift of your friendship. That's, really what matters the most to me. And I just adore all of you. I really do. And I'm so glad that fate has kind of brought us all together. And it's just so funny how, one of you will do something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do that too. It's good to know that I'm not the only crazy person in this world. Because I am a little bit, I'm self-proclaimed crazy. I will be the first to admit it. I'm a bit, and my kids will tell you, they think I'm a bit nuts most of the time. But, it's funny because we were talking yesterday, Sophie and my son and I, we were talking about the difference between things that you need to survive, and then things that you want, and about, you know, frivolous things. And I said, you know, some people might say that all the things in my craft room are frivolous and that they're not things that I need. And they, you know, they might be true in their own right with that. But they actually are things that I need, because they help my mental health. They help my depression. They help my anxiety. They've helped me find this wonderful community of crafty friends, and you know, I was in a pretty bad place not that long ago, and you know, and I found all of you, and you all have helped me move forward and out of that. And so without, you know, my craft room and the ability to come in here and hang out and craft, and I know it may seem ridiculous to some people, but I know that you all understand, because, you know, I'm sure it must help you too, or you wouldn't be doing it. It must, you know, fulfill your creative need in some way and make you happy. So, whoops, somebody just left the house. Let's see, it's 7:30. It must be my daughter, my oldest daughter. She has to work today, poor thing. Not all day. She's getting off early, but yeah, they didn't allow them to close this year, which is kind of not nice, but she runs a child care center, takes care of all the little biddies. But no rest for the weary sometimes. But yeah, so you know, we're getting ready to come to the new year, and, you know, you kind of reflect on the year that has gone by, and I would be remiss, and I would regret it if I didn't stop and reflect and take a minute and tell you all how much I just really love and adore and appreciate all of you. And you know, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I appreciate you sharing things with me, you know, your knowledge, and I enjoy learning from all of you, and I enjoy learning about you, you know, your personalities. I think it's terrific, and I feel very lucky. I'm a lucky girl, and I received some Happy Mail yesterday, and it's beyond words. It's just, I'm at a loss for words. I'm just so touched by it all, and you know, and not only me, but my kids too. Like, they see it, and you know, I think in some ways it makes them proud of me, which makes it like, hey, she's doing this, and she's making friends, and, you know, I think maybe they worry a little bit less about me. Because I know for a while there, I mean, they've been through it all with me. They were, you know, probably more than a bit concerned about what the heck was happening with Mom, and, you know, is she gonna make it through all this? You know, it was kind of crazy for a while, but you know, I don't know. I guess enough of my soapbox, maybe, but I just am really, I don't know, I'm just touched and tickled and honored, and, you know, and if I haven't said the right thing, I'm sorry. I'm learning. Like, I feel like I've given my whole life and I'm not too great at receiving. Does that make sense? Like, I don't really, I never give to expecting to receive. So, when I do receive something, I'm kind of like shocked, like taken aback. And I do, you know, I can't afford always to give a lot, but I do try to give to you all in any way that I can, like through the free printables and things like that. And hey, I did a poll on in the Facebook group the other day, asking if anybody would want to receive a Christmas card, or not this year, because, you know, well, today would be Christmas because you're seeing this, but like starting next year, our birthday card. Like, I don't get very many birthday cards, and I don't, you know, although I did get Christmas cards this year from some of you, but lovely Christmas cards, by the way. But I like to make cards, but I don't really have a lot of people to send them to that appreciate them. So, you know, if you would like to receive a card, you know, during you know, every once in a while on a holiday, or on your birthday, you know, just send me a message, either on Instagram or, you know, a private message. Do not put it on for everybody on social media to see. And, but yeah, send me a message, and, you know, you can, with your address and your name, and I would be more than happy. I want to compile a list. And somebody wrote on there, added a thing and said, you know, you can send them to nursing home, which, you know I can't. But I've also seen in social media lately people who are card makers who send out a lot of cards and who don't receive a lot. And if you are one of those people, you know, I would like to send you a card, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And and I'm sure that, you know, some nursing homes need cards, and, you know, that is another way to go. But I actually was thinking the other day, if I was going to donate cards somewhere, I think I would probably donate them to like a domestic violence shelter or something, is where I would send mine. So, and I was thinking I might try to put something together in the future for that. Just a nice, you know, way to give back. We've all got to give back in our own ways, and I think I might want to do that in the future. But so yeah, those are my thoughts today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Let's see, what did I do yesterday? I watched Bitty Penny. Last night I played a lot of Fortnite with my kids. We just kind of passed the controller around and took turns while we were having some deep conversations about life. So that was kind of fun and interesting. I always like to have this deep conversations, and, you know, not surface level conversations. Like, look, I'm the kind of friend that if you've got something in your teeth or toilet paper on your shoe, I'm gonna let you know. I'm not gonna let you walk around like crazy. And I expect the same out of my friends. Like, I just like people who tell it like it is. I don't like to play games, and I don't, you know, not in that way. And, like, just be honest and just be real and just be yourself. That's all I ever ask of anybody. I just want people who are real. And you don't have to pretend. Just be yourself. And I want people to feel comfortable enough to be like that around me. And I want to be able to be like that around other people. I was thinking, why is it so hard to make friends as an adult? And here's the thing. As we grow older, we come with all this baggage, right? Our lives have been complicated. Because I was thinking, gosh, I was talking to my counselor about this not very long ago. I was thinking, it's hard when you make new friends because they don't know your history. Like, they don't know your past. And it's, hard to kind of wrap that all up into a tiny little bow, right? Like, it's complicated. And so, but also, like, my past, it has shaped who I am today, but it doesn't define who I am, right? Like, I don't want people to feel sorry for me, and, like, I'm a survivor. I've been through it, and I haven't had the easiest life, but there's a lot of other people who've had it way worse than me, and I'm still here. Like, I'm still standing, and, I'm still able to get up every day, and I have a lot of things to be grateful and thankful for. So, I don't want to be defined by that, but in the same way, it explains part about who I am. You know what I mean? And so unlocking all of that so that a person really understands where you're coming from, that can be, a little bit challenging because it's like a lot. And some people, you could say it doesn't matter, but it does matter. So I've just been thinking about that. I was thinking, some people may judge me for where I live. I live out in the country. I live in a mobile home. And then, I've had people, say, oh, trailer trash and all this other stuff. Well, I bought my home for nearly nothing because that's all I could afford. Because I was leaving a really horrible, horrible relationship that I'd been in for over 15 years, where I literally got the snot kicked out of me. And so I got what I could afford. And I put a lot of money into it over the years, and I made it nice, and I made it mine. And it's safe, and it's like my sanctuary because I own it. Nobody can take it from me. And, it allows me to live a modest life. But, I love my home. And, and if somebody wants to judge me for that, then pooey on them, because I used to live in the city and in an apartment, a nice apartment, and but my abuser would show up in my backyard even though I had a restraining order against him, and would knock on my door, and the police wouldn't do anything. So yeah, I moved out in the country to get away from crazy. And this is what I could afford at the time. And I'm okay with that. And, I have decent neighbors, and everybody pretty much, except for the barking dogs and the fact that he plays his radio in his car too loud sometimes. But, you get that anywhere. But yeah, I'm pretty okay with the way I live, and if somebody wants to judge me for that, then that's pooey on them, not on me. That's pretty much the way I feel about it. I shouldn't have to explain that to anybody. Shouldn't have to defend. Ooh, look at this one. It's Alice in Wonderland. Wonder where she got all these images. They all look old. they don't look like they were AI generated, although maybe they were, and if they were, I don't really care. You know, let's talk about AI for a moment. It is taking over. And, you know, I've heard some people lately say that AI is not art, but that is incorrect, because it is. You know, in order to get, you know, people that say that are either afraid of it, or they don't know how to use it properly, or what it takes to use it. Because you can't just tell it anything. You have to explain to it what is in your mind to get it to come out to the way you want it to. And to me, that's like imagination and art. You know, I can't really draw worth a lick. And I'm, you know, the people that can, I'm in awe of you, believe you me. But I can't, but I still want to be able to, you know, make pretty things and express myself in certain ways. And when I can't find something that I want, exactly, you know, what I've got pictured in my mind, then it's a wonderful way to be able to create that. When, you know, I don't have the ability to do so otherwise. And, because, like, I'm creative, but I'm not an artist, you know. I'm not a fine artist. I can't draw people and things like that. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a wave of the future, that's for sure. And, you know, things are really for sure headed that way. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I use, I've got Gemini on my phone, and I use Gemini quite a bit, you know, to, yeah, I think you have to learn how to use them properly. Like, if I'm trying to find, if I'm trying to make a title for a YouTube thumbnail or a YouTube video, and I kind of know what I want, but I don't know exactly what I want, I'll like give Gemini the words, like, hey, I want it to kind of say this, but I want different words for it, or I want it to be cheekier, or, you know, I want it to be funny, or I want it to be serious, or whatever. And I kind of use it almost like a thesaurus in a way. And so they give me ideas and words, and sometimes I take those ideas and I put more than one together to, you know, make up what I, you know, am looking for. But I find it very helpful to be able to use it that way, for sure. So, and I don't know, you probably are tired of me rambling on about nonsense and watching me really not create anything today. I'm literally just cutting these out. It's kind of part of a crafting, though. You know, yesterday, I've been watching this lady, I think her name's Kathy, with Root Pursuit. I really like her. And I think one of her videos was suggested to me, and I watched it and started following her. And now I've been watching some of her older videos, and I think they're kind of cool. And anyways, yesterday I was watching this video of her going through a magazine, which, you know, magazines have become pretty expensive, especially like magazines that we all like. So it was kind of interesting to watch her go through this magazine that I probably would normally not ever pick up. And I was thinking about when Biddy Penny was going through that magazine the other day on her channel, and the flea market one. Somebody else's. I didn't think Mike had to work today. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to check that. Oh, no, I bet Katie arrived at work, maybe? No, she just can't get to work in 15 minutes. I don't know what that was about. But anyways, so she was kind of doing a flip through of these magazines, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool idea. And it, you know, kind of gives us ideas and lets us see, you know, the magazine without having to purchase it. And, you know, some magazines, I was looking at Lizzie, she had these magazines she was giving away on her channel that I had never heard of, so I looked them up, and they were like $20 a pop. They were not cheap. And I was thinking, how can magazines afford to do that the day and age when you know, we have the internet and the web and World Wide Web and, you know, at our fingertips, I would think magazines would be having a hard time surviving through that. So yeah, I don't know. But it is something cool. So you people that buy magazines, like Kathy from Root Pursuit and Biddy Penny, that's a good idea to like share it with the world. I enjoy seeing them. So I hope to see more of that. Like, it's kind of interesting to me. Like Biddy Penny had like a flea market one that she'd gotten at Walmart or something, and it had some really cool stuff in it. And Kathy, she had a magazine that was like about artists in their spaces, like in their craft rooms and stuff. It was pretty cool. Oh my gosh, this one is so hard to see where it is and where it's not. I think I'm doing this right. It doesn't really matter. They're probably going to get cut down anyways. What am I going to do with these? You're probably wondering. She's sitting here cutting these, and what is she going to do with them once she's done? I haven't decided. I have a lot of frames already. She made some frames with hers. And I don't feel like I really use them for, I could do some, look at all this. This is all waste. All of this. Let's take the little pieces out because we can make labels with those. This is what I normally do when I've gotten to this process. Because, you know, waste not, wants not. The Depression era grandma in me is like, hey, girl, don't be throwing those away. You can do something with them. Figure it out now. Don't just be tossing those in the trash. That's a lot of waste. I was thinking the other day, I need to learn how to make paper. I don't know though, it looks like it would require a ton of patience that I just might not really have. Like I'm pretty patient up to a point. And then I'm like, no thank you. But yeah, so those are shorter. Those are kind of shorter too. What's going on here? There. These would make good belly bands actually. So what you could actually do is take and make these belly band bases. These here, these thin ones, I think I would use to make labels. And probably these as well. All those. We need to make labels with all those. That one's a little bit thicker, and those are a little bit thicker. But yeah, these are all good to make labels, just to stamp on them. I don't know. You want to do that? You want to hang out and stamp a little bit? Sorry. Loud noise. I don't know. What are we going to stamp on them? I think this is probably good. Should we stamp frames on them? Maybe. Let's do that a little bit. Let's stamp frames on them first. Let's see. And I don't want any that are really huge. Okay, like that's a good one. This one's good. That one's a good size. Some of these are just too big. That one's a good size. Oh, I just got, we might be able to do this one because I just got dies to do that. All right. Let's stamp some. Let's do some black ones. Black. There. That one's a little bit thicker than what I normally would use for this. Okay, this is good. There. There. We definitely are going to need a stamp off thing. Stamping off sheet. Alright. Let's do that one. There. Okay, so those both are ready for words. We need some longer ones. Let's do this fancy one. And we don't have to do them all black, although it does make it like, you know, you can use black with pretty much anything. We might do some navy blue and some green, but probably not any pink because I just don't use it enough. Let's do some green ones. Let's do some green ones. We definitely will use green. Whoops, that one didn't stamp real well because these are not that. This is going to make it very tight there. There we go. We put 4 on that one. We need, let's grab a baby wipe. Like, I think I'm getting down to the nitty gritty on these baby wipes. Get that off of there. Alright. That, let's do this one here. That. Let's do a bunch of these. This is a good size. There. I like this size. I tend to use smaller when I use labels, not so much big, huge ones. Let's do that. There we go. Let's do some of these. Oh, let's flip it. Oh, it's on both sides. It's all right. Whoa! Did you see that? Picked up the whole thing. It's a juicy stamp right there. It is, it is. I like that one. Okay. Let's put the green away. Let's use the blue. Let's do some in blue. Let's do this. Let's do a couple here. There we go. These. Lovely. See, you didn't know that you would be hanging out with me today, watching me fussy cut and stamp. Two horribly boring things to watch, right? But if you're like me, you probably got me on in the background while you're doing something else. So you're not really watching me anyways. So I could be sitting here rolling dough and you would not care. Every once in a while you might look up and see something and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. But other than that, you're probably just listening to me. Which is good. Fine. I'm good with that. I do that too. So I'm okay with that. These are actually perfectly the right size. Let's do some of those other ones. These ones here. These here woods. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to watch. I saw Lizzie yesterday. She posted a video and I need to watch it this morning. You know, it's not even 8 o'clock here yet. Everybody in my house is still sound asleep. I've been up for several hours because I don't sleep much anymore. It's just life. It's just life. I don't really sleep. But I mean, I feel okay. And like yesterday I took a nap. My son came out. He's like, Mom, you were out. I was like, I was so tired. I was in my craft room and I was watching, I don't even remember who. And I just started to get so tired. And I almost fell asleep sitting up at my desk. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Go lay down for a little bit. You can take a nap. Like, that's not gonna, the world's not gonna implode if you take a nap. So I went and I took a nap and I thought, I'll just fall asleep for like an hour. No, I fell asleep for 2 hours. And then I was like, I said to the kids, why didn't you wake me up? You let me sleep for 2 hours? They were like, Mom, you were really out. We didn't want to wake you up. I'm like, oh my gosh. No, I'm never going to sleep tonight. And they were like, well, we wanted to go get the mail for you, but we didn't want to wake you up, so we've been waiting. Because my mailboxes are not like, they're, you have to drive to go get the mail. And then they were talking to me about, I need to get a P.O. box and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to go down that route. At least not right now. How do I keep getting ink on here? Anybody have any clues about that? Are you watching me? How do I keep getting ink on that? And then I'm getting ink everywhere. This blue, these VersaFine inks are juicy. I'm telling you what. We've got a lot of blue. I shall probably switch it back to black. Switch it back. Let's do some of these in black. Is it? Not really. Not really wide enough. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You know, we were thinking, you know, we've been playing Fortnite, and the theme this chapter or whatever is it's all Japanese. Everything's Japan. It's real pretty, and but right now it's Christmas time, so there's like Christmas trees and Christmas wreaths and gingerbread men and all kinds of stuff everywhere, and I'm like, it kind of throws me because I don't really feel like they celebrate Christmas in Japan. And so we Googled it, of course, and Christmas in Japan is like Valentine's Day here. It's for couples and they exchange gifts. And so Christmas Eve is kind of like date night. It has nothing to do with children. They do have Christmas markets like Germany has. to buy gifts for, you know, their loved ones. But, you know, it's so interesting. And they said only 1%, because I was pretty sure that, you know, they didn't celebrate Christmas there. And only 1% of the population is Christian. The rest of them are all Buddhist or, you know, whatever. So I found that to be pretty interesting, actually. And we learned something. We were, you know, discussing it. It's kind of cool that you can do that. You know, if you have a question about something, you can just look it up. And the answer's there. They'll tell you, you know, what the 411 or whatever is. What the skinny is on it. Sophie's probably, if she was listening to this, she'd probably cringe. She'd be like, Mom, nobody says that anymore. You can't say that, Mom. I'm like, when did we become so worried all the time about what we say? You know, it's just crazy to me. Sometimes things just aren't that deep. Sometimes they are, I agree. But sometimes they're just not. It's just not like that. You know, I hope I never offend anybody when I'm speaking. It is never my intention to do so. If I say something that offends somebody, I am sorry from the bottom of my heart, because, you know, I would have to say it'd be out of ignorance. Because I don't ever intentionally, I would never, ever, ever hurt anybody. It's just not my character. No, I don't. I shouldn't have. Some of these, the blue ones look black and the green ones look blue. I should have kept these separated. Maybe we'll do all the numbers in black. All the insides, let's just do them in black, and that way we don't have to keep switching. And that will work. Now, the ones I find that I use the most are the ones that are in cursive or look handwritten. I very rarely use the other ones. So these are the ones I use the most. So we're going to do those. And we'll just build up our stash a little bit with all these extra little pieces. These extra little bits and bobs. Where'd that number 18 go? It's missing from here. So is 34. Oops. Because it's right there, I bet. Does that say number 18? I think it does. Let's put it in here. Let's do it in here. Oops, there's only one here. There's only one of those. We need more than one. This barely fits in here though. Whoops, I didn't get a very good print on that one. There we go. There's that. What else did we have? 34. Is that what this one is? Yeah, 34. Let's do 34. 34. That was a long time ago, that age. Feels like it was 20 years ago. I think it just about was. Let's do 11, because my birthday's on the 11th, so there's that. All right. Very good, very good. Why doesn't this one want to stick? Let's clean it off a little bit. Look how I've got ink all over my hands now. That's okay. It will wash. This is about a bit wide. Are we going to use any of these other ones? Not right now, I don't think. Oh, that 34 doesn't want to stay either. Let's just wipe it off. And maybe now she will. Okay. What else do we have in here? We've got, look, I stuck these, were extra ones, and I just stuck them in there in case I was looking for them. That's where they are. Let's use this one. I like this one. This is a good one to use in this medium-sized one here. Whoops, it's upside down. It's upside down, right side up. Okie doke. There's that. Here's a couple more. There we go. I'm so excited. I'm excited to give everybody their gifts. I didn't buy a whole lot of gifts for people this year, but I'm excited to give gifts to the people that I did buy for. I like to give. That's what my son was like, you don't like Christmas anymore. And I said, no, I love Christmas. I get stressed out about Christmas because financially it's difficult for me. But I love Christmas. Like, I like, all the things about it. I just wish I could afford it a little bit more. But it is what it is. That is for sure. Every year I say, oh, I'm going to start shopping for Christmas early. And I do start in like October. I have to financially start in October. But I'm like, oh, I'm going to put money behind, aside every month. Blah, blah, blah. That never happens. But somehow we always have a nice Christmas. So there's that. We need to use some of these longer ones. What's this one? No, that's not long enough. Let's do this one here. Ooh, that looks cool. I'm liking that. We need to make a couple more of those. I really like that one. We'll do a few more. All right. I've been using up a lot of these lately too because I've been doing a lot of I don't know, what do you want to call it? Clusters. That would be the name for it. I just totally like had a brain fart. That's like yesterday when I couldn't remember if my grandson was going to be 4 or not. I messaged my daughter. I'm like, is Mason going to be 4? I'm having a brain fart. She was like, yes, he's going to be 4. I was like, okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure that I wasn't losing my marbles. Okay. We need some, like, this one is not really long enough for all that. We need some longer numbers. So we use this one. This 327 34. No, we use that one. And finish this one off. You'd think it would be 327. Well, I guess it's dash 34. But you'd think it'd be 327 324 dash. Oh no. It's 27, not 37. So yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Okay. All right, enough of that. What about this one? Do we have some names? Oh, let's use this. This is like one of my very favorite ones. Let's do a bunch of these in the long ones. Piccadilly. It's an address, and you know, getting stamps that are addresses are rare. Somebody needs to make a bunch. Bitty Penny, get on that, ma'am. Just a bunch of addresses in stamps, and they don't have to be big. They can be little like this. Just little ones that we can use for labels. Somebody really has missed the mark when it comes to that. Oh, why is that one blurry? There we go. That looks better. All right. It's Piccadilly, London. Miss London. Okay. Who else are we going to do? Let's do this date. It's London. It's in cursive, so that's a good one. You know, I was testing my kids the other day, because you know how I'm always saying, like, you know, the future generations aren't going to be able to read anything that we have because they don't know how to read cursive. My kids actually do know how to read cursive. Quite a bit, to be quite honest. They do, they do. I was kind of surprised that they knew how to read it as good as they did. Is that enough of those? How many did we do? 1, 2? Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay. It's enough of those. It's enough of those. Let's do this William Locke. Mr. Locke, what do you say to that? I feel like that is a character in something. William Locke. I kind of feel like it's a character. But I don't know in what. I can't remember right this moment. How about established in 52? Established in 1852. That's pretty good. That one just barely made it. There we go. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, well. I guess this is fine. All right. What does that say? Orders of post by post promptly executed? That's interesting. Oh, what's this one? Number 1022 volume. Let's do that. Oh, let's use these. I like that. Exciting, exciting. We're having pizza. We're gonna play games. I got a family gift for them. That's a game that looks like it's gonna be fun. If you watch Bitty Penny, she suggested it. And she said they had fun playing it. So I purchased a couple of them as gifts so that we could play it and try it. Uh-oh. Where's that come from? Is that number 5? Did I already do that one? Yeah, it was the first one I did. It must have come out of this group here. Let's stick that back in there. Let's see. What about these? They just don't stay on here very well anymore. These have all been lovely used. Okay, that's approved. There's not very many that are handwritten on here, I don't think. I mean, there's signatures, but the numbers are not handwritten. Wait, what's this one? 31275. That looks like a good number. Let's do that one. Let's do it on here so we can get rid of that one. That one's done. Let's do it on here so we can get rid of that one. All right. Let's do this one here and here. We're almost done. And then I think I'll let you go. And then I'll sit here and fussy cut these while I'm watching all my favorite people. Wait, I want this one that says 12 and a half. Yeah, these aren't sticking very well. Then, I mean, and it's not, it's my fault. Like, oops, I need to clean them. Oh, I love this. Number 12 and a half. It reminds me of Harry Potter. It does, it does. I just watched all the Harry Potter movies back to back. Not that long ago. Got a refresher on them. Okay, number 12 and a half. What's this one? Oh, that one looks too modern to me for something that I would use. What's this one? That's not too bad. We'll do a couple of those. Don't know what it means, but okay. We should clean these ones that aren't sticking so that maybe they would stick if we would just give them a little bit of love. Okay. Now, will you stick? Yep, you will. Give you a little bit of love. Now you'll stick. Give you a little bit of love. You'll stick. Mr. Moody, I've used you a lot, I know. I appreciate your service. Is everybody going to stick now? Yep. Everybody's sticking. Some of these are missing, though. That one's missing and that one's missing. Wonder where they are. Wonder, wonder, who would wonder who? Who wrote the book of love? Okay, that's it. Let's put these away. We are done with them. Thank you for your service. Okay. Dunzo. Well, we can leave the scissors there. Oh, here, let's clean up our ink block. We're going to be good today. Okay. Put that away. Stick that away. Cover that up. I'm going to put these away. And then we're just going to... Boy. We'll cut all these up. Look at this. Look. You see this? This is so silly, but it makes me happy. So, this was a napkin. And Carmen sent me these. Oh, this moved. I'm going to have to re-glue that. That moved. But anyways, I needed a new planner for this coming up here. So I thought, well, I'll just make one. So I had printed these out. So I just, and this was a, what kind of box was this? I don't even remember what kind of box it was. It was some kind of box. And, oh wait, there's one of the ones I was missing. Oh, what was that on? Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to clean it off and I'm going to set it aside. Okay. But anyways, so it's got like a page and then it's got like on the back it's blank so I can put notes, like my questions of the week for the months, and it's got a place over here for notes and I can put stuff there, and then in the middle it's got pockets. I did a couple pockets. And then it's got the rest, but yeah, and I put it in with elastic so that I can move things around if I want to, or add things, and I added some lace to it just to, you know, kind of make it a little fancier. but I thought it was really cute. Nice little, cute little planner. And because I had one for, this was my planner for this year, for 2024. It was huge. See how big? It was made out of a grocery bag. See? And so it had this, and like these were my daily ones, and then these were, they had a place here, and then there was monthly and another place to store, but it was huge. It was way too big. So I'm retiring that one, and now I've got a smaller one, so I'm hoping it being smaller that I'll use it more because it won't take up as much space. So, all right, I'm gonna let y'all go because I think I've been talking to you for like an hour and a half probably, and I need to let you go. So, Merry Christmas, and I will see you probably tomorrow. And remember that crafting is cheaper than therapy, and we get to make cool stuff. And if you didn't get the free printable from Margaret, it's on Ko-Fi, 7th Plaza, go check it out. It was 12 pages long. It's her Christmas gift to her subscribers, so that was really sweet of her. So thank you, Margaret. And I'll see all my crafty friends later. Take care.